Hey, Daniel, Danny, this is Tommy. Just wanted to talk to you about your pitch. Again, it was great having that conversation yesterday, man. It filled me like you wouldn't believe. It was beautiful. Um, I like this story. I like that you're going on to a new episode of it. Um, I never knew what that word meant. Lection. I did not know that. I learned something every day. And I think it's very interesting. You kind of told me what it was about. You pitched it to me already, but I like this because this makes me want to know more as an audience member. And I know it's not going to be the exact same as as you were saying yesterday, because I got a feeling you came up with some more ideas. But I love it. You got a great foundation, and I know you can do it. I'm looking forward to reading the script. I was, like I said, I was blown away yesterday, and I love when that happens. So your script, I loved it, man. It's picking up from where you left off before. This is the second episode to a series that I would definitely watch every time it was on. I love it. It's definitely an actor's piece again, which is good. I like that you mixed in some text messaging in there. It's good if when you use it for the whole dialogue, it's not good. But the way you used it, I think it's perfectly placed. Um, it feels like a normal day. But then when I think about it, when he got the message from his mom, there's so much that's going on there. She can't sleep, he can't sleep. Maybe they're thinking about each other. Everything that they're going through. There's something interesting there, kind of a little through line that's happening. Um, I also liked, I liked the two, angels. Um, I like the differences between them, and because at some point you have to make a choice, but then, it happens to me all the time still. I think I'm doing the right thing, and then some other thing comes in and says, "Well, wait a minute, think about it this way." It's like, damn. Sometimes you just got to cut your head off and start living, like Rumi said. You just got to go with your heart, go with the it's called slicing emotionally, where you know the answer, you can feel it, and it's not shrouded by any desires, but it's there. And I like what he did. I like that he took that road. And the funny thing is, because if you wouldn't have put in the Bible, if you wouldn't have put the Bible verses in there, you know, I know what it's about, but I think it just puts that it solidifies it to where it could be its own story if it needs to be. And then once you put that there, it's almost like you're preaching from the gospel without hitting anybody over the head. You don't want to let them know that's what you're doing to start out with, because there's people who will automatically just turn away, no matter what. Um, Sometimes it's out of fear of being exposed, or sometimes they just, they don't want to hear it. So that's why I'm glad that you waited to the end with that. But I love it, man. I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at performance, and there's only a couple times where it could be misconstrued as being a little over the top, and like again, it was on your part. Uh, but if there was a transition in there where we could see it build up to that, I think it would be okay. And plus, what you did is you transferred. You were showing emotion by using your head voice, which is up here, and then you were breathing. You're going, and then, you know, okay, that's understandable. A lot of people do that, because that's what when you get bad news, or you're trying to respond to something and it's happening. Sometimes we tend to, because our throat constricts, and we tend to try to get things out. And plus, yeah, we hyperventilate once in a while. Um, but the thing is because you were doing fine right before that. It's only when it got really, really emotional, and I think you just need a little bit of time, to let that develop, and not to push so fast. I know you were on a time crunch at that point. You had nobody, that was saying lines off you. So considering that nobody was there to do that with you, it's not bad, man. It's not bad at all. Um, if we really want to get finite with this and dissect it with a laser, yeah, we can talk about it. But there's some technical things that I was seeing too. There's, I think right when the first angel sits down, he's breaking the first shot close up of him. He's breaking the 180. He's looking the opposite way of you as you are, and then at one point you're looking the opposite way as he is. I don't know if you're doing that to kind of confuse the audience. Some directors do that. But that happened, and the sound, you got to work on the sound, because I can hear your audio and it's really peaking. A lot of some of the other shots where the angels are talking, they're peaking too, and I think you probably know that already. So I like what you did with the effects, with everybody, with the angel at the end. That was beautiful, and the sound and the music. Just hearing what you have now, I think is going to be extraordinary, man. I think it's going to be beautiful. I'm looking forward to it. And it's very, very dramatic. I mean, and not in the sense of overboard, but I love it. I love where you're at with it right now. So, like I said, if you need anything, let me know. We're having a meeting tonight at 8. And I think I said if you wanted to, you could call me. But take it easy, brother. All right, man. Bye.